Hey Stoics, what I'm about to share with you could completely transform the way you connect with women, especially those you're hoping to attract. Today, we're diving into a topic that may seem simple on the surface, but carries a surprising amount of power: how to craft the perfect good morning message. But let's be clear, this isn't just about firing off a generic text. This is about leaving a meaningful impression, one that stays with her long after she wakes up. Now imagine this. She rolls over in bed, reaches for her phone, and there it is, your message. But it's not just any message, it's one that makes her stop for a moment, one that brings a smile to her face and stirs a sense of curiosity she can't shake. Suddenly, she's not just glancing at a text, she's thinking about you, wondering about you, even comparing you to all the other guys sitting in her inbox. And that, my friend, is where most men go wrong. Most guys send the same old dull, predictable messages. Good morning, beautiful, hope you have a great day, or a plain morning, what's up? Then they wait, phone in hand, hoping for a reply that sometimes never even comes. Sound familiar? Here's the truth that stings a little. Women don't respond to just words, they respond to impact. If your message doesn't stir up some kind of emotion, then you're just another notification she casually swipes away. But this is where the amateurs get separated from the pros. And this is where we bring in the mindset of Stoicism. Stoicism isn't just about self-control, it's about understanding human nature at its core. It's about recognizing what truly matters and knowing how to use emotional intelligence and timeless wisdom to your advantage. Now ask yourself, if Marcus Aurelius were texting women, do you think he'd waste words? Of course not. Every word would carry purpose, meaning, and strength. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. Picture having 7 rock-solid, foolproof messages ready in your arsenal. Messages that don't just get replies, but ones that make her eager to see what you'll say next. 7 different ways to cut through the noise, catch her attention, and actually build a connection that means something. Sounds like a fantasy? I promise you, it's not. It's very real, and you can start doing it right now. So buckle up, no fluff, no nonsense, just raw, unapologetic truth about what works, why it works, and how to start using it today. Message 1, the mystery message. Ever wondered why mystery is so incredibly attractive? That's because curiosity is one of the most powerful mental triggers out there. So instead of sending a plain old good morning message, try this. Good morning. You wouldn't believe the dream I had about you last night. Boom. Just like that, you've caught her attention. She's going to pause, reread it, probably smile, and now you've just made yourself unforgettable. Why? Because women are naturally pulled toward the unknown. When you hint at something exciting or unexpected, it creates a loop in the brain that demands closure. She'll be spending part of her day wondering what that dream was about, which means she's spending part of her day thinking about you. And here's the best part, unlike the guys who sound desperate for attention, you're doing the opposite. You're creating intrigue, not chasing. This isn't manipulation, it's genuine excitement, crafted with intent. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When you send a message that sparks her curiosity, you're literally coloring her thoughts with intrigue and emotional energy. And that's powerful. Message 2, the emotional message. Here's where most guys make a huge mistake. They completely ignore emotion. But women don't connect through logic or compliments. They connect through feelings. So instead of recycling the same bland good morning text that every other guy is using, send this. Good morning. I hope your day is full of amazing achievements. By the way, what's your biggest dream right now? See what's happening? You're doing more than just saying hello. You're showing her you care about what she thinks, what she's striving for, what she wants out of life. And that's rare. Most men never get past surface-level conversation, and women notice that. This message works because it's authentic. It's emotionally engaging. It opens the door to deeper conversation. It's memorable because you're one of the few guys actually asking something real. Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Think of this message as a long-term investment in connection. You're not just sending a text, you're planting a seed for emotional depth. And when she starts feeling safe enough to share her dreams with you, you've already won half the battle. Message 3, the imagination starter. Women are drawn to men who can spark their imagination. Here's a simple yet potent one. Good morning. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? That's not just a question, it's an escape. In her mind, she'll start wandering to exotic beaches, quiet mountain hideaways, or bustling cities she's always wanted to explore. And the best part? You're the reason she's smiling while she's thinking about all that. While other guys are sending boring, repetitive texts, you are creating moments that stir emotion. And that, my friend, changes everything. Let's be honest. If you're still sending basic, low-effort messages like, good morning, how's it going, or hey, how was your night? You're already setting yourself up to lose. In a world where her phone is full of texts just like that, the only way to stand out is to make her feel something. If your goal is to get her attention, you have to play this game differently. You need to create curiosity, stir excitement, and trigger emotion. Most guys are playing checkers, but you're playing chess. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these texts do you think would get the best reaction? Drop a comment below, or better yet, try one out and come back to tell me what happened. Let's keep this conversation going. And remember, texting isn't just about putting words on a screen, it's about creating an emotion. Master that, and she won't just reply. She'll be thinking about you all day long. Message 4. The compliment with depth. Most men throw out compliments like they're candy. You're hot, you're cute, you're sexy. But here's the problem. Shallow praise leads to shallow responses. If you want to stand out, your compliment needs depth. Try this instead. Good morning. I've been thinking, your energy is seriously something else. It's rare and honestly kind of magnetic. Now that hits differently. You're not just commenting on her looks, you're acknowledging something deeper, something she feels about herself but rarely hears others notice. This kind of compliment forces her to pause and think, wait, he actually sees me. And that's what separates you from the crowd. A Stoic understands that the words we choose shape the world around us. Marcus Aurelius said, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. When you give a compliment rooted in truth and observation, not flattery, you speak to her soul, not her ego. That's what she remembers. Message 5. The purpose-driven message. Here's a truth that most guys ignore. Purpose is sexy. Women are naturally drawn to a man who knows who he is, what he stands for, and where he's going. So instead of checking in with the usual, how did you sleep? Try sending something like, good morning, I've got a big goal I'm working on today. What's driving you this morning? This does two things. First, it shows her that you're a man on a mission, focused, intentional, motivated. Second, it invites her to share her purpose too, creating a sense of shared momentum. You're not asking what she did, you're asking what moves her. This level of conversation builds connection because it's grounded in growth. You're not killing time, you're building something. A Stoic wouldn't waste a moment on small talk. He'd get to the heart of the matter. He'd ask the kind of question that starts a real dialogue. Remember, a man who knows his purpose automatically becomes more attractive. Message 6. The appreciation message. So many guys are caught up in the game of trying to impress her that they forget one of the most powerful emotional triggers, appreciation. Let's flip the script. Send her this. Good morning. I just wanted to say I really appreciate how passionate you are about what you care about. It's inspiring. Boom. That message isn't about trying to win her over. It's about recognizing her. Appreciation is rare, not for how she looks, but for who she is. When you reflect back to her something true about her character, you elevate the conversation beyond the superficial. Most men don't even notice what makes her different. You're showing her that you not only notice, it actually matters to you. From a Stoic standpoint, that's real connection. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love. When you choose to appreciate rather than impress, you show maturity, and that hits on a deeper level. Message 7. The challenge message. This one's bold, but if you pull it off with confidence, it works like magic. Here's what you say. Good morning. Quick challenge. Do one thing today that scares you a little. I'll do the same. Deal? You're doing more than texting. You're inviting her into an experience. This isn't passive. It's active. It's engaging. and it pushes her out of autopilot into something real. Women are drawn to men who challenge them, not in a controlling way, but in a way that encourages growth. You're showing her that you're not just a flirt, you're a man who elevates, and that's a quality very few men demonstrate. A Stoic knows the value of discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Marcus Aurelius believed in facing discomfort with honor and strength. This message is a way of saying, I'm willing to grow, and I'll challenge you to do the same. Now that creates a bond rooted in something deeper than attraction. So there you have it, 7 powerful good morning texts that are crafted with intention, shaped by Stoic wisdom, and designed to leave a lasting impression. These aren't just texts, they're emotional triggers. They don't chase, they create space for connection. And when you understand the power of the feeling behind your words, you stop being just another guy in her inbox. You become the one she actually thinks about. Now the real question is, are you going to use them? Try one out. See what happens. And remember, you're not just sending messages, you're planting thoughts. If those thoughts spark emotion, curiosity, or inspiration, then trust me, you've already won.